The Galactic Summit was a spectacle unlike any other sprawling complex of shimmering spires and floating platforms orbiting a neutral star deep within the Centauri cluster. Representatives from hundreds of civilizations gathered here every cycle, each eager to showcase their latest advancements and assert their influence in the galaxy's ever-shifting power. Balance. For millennia. This summit had been dominated by the great and ancient species, the Centauri, whose crystal minds pulsed with intelligence beyond comprehension. The Vorvax warriors encased in living armor. The ethereal Solari, whose psychic tendrils reached across light years. Each arrived with pride, carrying technologies so advanced that entire worlds were reshaped at their whim. Yet amid this assembly of cosmic giants, one species remained an enigma. Humans, known throughout the galaxy as a relatively young and unremarkable species from a tiny, water-rich planet orbiting a yellow star called Sol, humans had long been dismissed as insignificant. Their technology, while innovative in some respects, was deemed primitive. Their political influence negligible. Many delegates had never even encountered a human in person. So when the human delegation's sleek starship slid into the summit's orbit silent, unassuming, and oddly compacted, drew more than a few raised antennae and sideways glances. The ship's markings were simple, a blue and white emblem of Earth symbol, which, to the alien eye, looked almost childlike among the intricate insignias of galactic empires. Inside the summit's vast central hall, the alien leaders gathered. On floating dais platforms, their myriad forms ranging from crystalline towers to shifting clouds of gas, to towering multi-limbed beings. The air thrummed with anticipation as the human representatives stepped forward. The leader of the human delegation, a woman named Commander Ilara Dane, stood tall and composed. Her sharp eyes scanned the crowd with calm determination. Around her, human engineers and scientists prepared their equipment to small, box-like device no larger than a handheld tablet. A murmur rippled through the crowd. Whispers in dozens of alien languages questioned why humans had even been invited. What could they possibly offer that mattered? Commander Dane raised her voice, clear and steady. Esteemed leaders of the Galactic Summit, we come not to boast, but to share. Our species has developed technology that redefines what you believe possible. We ask only that you witness and judge it fairly. Skepticism hung heavy in the air. The aliens' bioluminescent eyes flickered with curiosity. But doubt was etched into every posture. Without ceremony, Commander Dane activated the device. A shimmering field unfolded a delicate lattice of glowing lines twisting and folding. Through the air, to the alien observers, it looked like a complex dance of light. But what happened next stunned them all. Suddenly, a holographic image appeared, an entire star system rendered in exquisite detail. Then, from that distant system, a live video feed streamed back, showing a human scientist standing in a laboratory millions of light years away. The room gasped. How is this possible? A crystalline voice whispered. Commander Dane smiled. Our device manipulates space-time itself, allowing instantaneous communication across any distance. No delay, no signal degradation. This technology is unlike anything previously known. The alien leaders exchanged uncertain looks. Some shimmered with excitement, others with fear. Such technology could upend trade, diplomacy, even warfare. The balance of power they had maintained for centuries suddenly felt fragile. An imposing Vorvax warlord stepped forward, his armored voice booming. This is sorcery or deception. Show us proof beyond holograms. Commander Dane nodded. We will provide proof. Our demonstration has only just begun. As the summit hall buzzed with tension, the humans prepared for what would be the most watched and scrutinized display in galactic history. For the first time, A species once thought minor was poised to shake the very foundations of the known universe. In the silence that followed, a new chapter was about to begin. The Grand Hall of the Galactic Summit pulsed with anticipation. Alien leaders leaned closer, their countless eyes and sensory organs fixed on the small group of humans who stood calmly amid the sea of cosmic power. The air was thick with tension, skepticism, and a flicker of curiosity no one dared voice aloud, "Commander." Alara Dane stepped forward once more, her voice steady and resolute. "You have seen a glimpse of what our technology can do. Now we will demonstrate its true capabilities." She gestured toward the compact device resting on a smooth pedestula nondescript cube, no larger than a standard alien datapad. The device hummed softly, its surface shimmering as if alive. Unlike your vast machines that rely on enormous energy sources, our technology is efficient and precise. It bends the fabric of space-time itself, allowing us to bridge vast distances instantaneously. Murmurs rippled through the audience. Some alien leaders scoffed. How could such a tiny device perform feats their colossal starships could not? Without further explanation, the humans activated the device again. A ripple spread across the summit chamber, distorting the light around it like heat waves above a desert. Then, before the eyes of the incredulous assembly, a portal tore open, a swirling, luminous tunnel connecting the summit to a distant location far beyond the known cluster. From the portal stepped a figure clad in a sleek exploration suit. Dr. Yalan Rix, one of humanity's leading physicists. His arrival caused an audible gasp among the alien delegates. Here was a human appearing not through screens or holograms, but physically, thousands of light years away. In real time. How is this possible? Demanded Zalara, the crystalline ambassador of the Zentari. Her voice, normally calm and measured, trembled with disbelief. Commander Dane replied, "This is the core achievement of our technology. By manipulating the quantum fabric of space-time, we create a stable bridge, a wormhole between 2 points, enabling instantaneous travel and communication." Whispers spread quickly. The concept of stable wormholes had long been theorized but never realized by any galactic civilization. Many thought such feats were beyond even theoretical physics. A Vorvax warlord, towering and clad in battle armor, stepped forward. "If this is true, it renders entire fleets obsolete. Your species has crossed a boundary none of us dared to breach." Dr. Rix, still standing in the summit hall, raised his hand in greeting. "It's not just travel. Our device can transmit vast amounts of information instantly, revolutionizing communication, commerce, and exploration." Suddenly, the portal shimmered again. This time, instead of a person, a holographic map exploded into view, displaying star systems, trade routes, and resource-rich planets. The map updated in real time, fed by sensors spread across the galaxy, all linked through human technology. "This network is powered by our device," Dr. Rix explained. "No lag, no interference. It's a quantum web connecting billions of sensors and ships without delay." The council erupted into a mix of awe and apprehension. For some, this breakthrough represented a leap forward for all species. For others, it threatened the carefully maintained balance of power and control. One of the older alien delegates, an ancient Silari seer named Myrakala, raised her many eyes to the humans. "Your technology surpasses anything we have known. But with such power comes great responsibility. How can we trust a species we barely understand?" Commander Dane nodded. "We understand your concerns. That is why we have come openly to build trust, not to dominate. Our goal is mutual advancement, to share knowledge and protect the galaxy together." The room grew silent. It was rare for such an assembly to hear a species so young speak with such conviction and wisdom. Then, without warning, a loud chime echoed through the hall. The device's lights pulsed urgently. Dr. Ricks stepped forward, eyes narrowing. "There's an anomaly at one of our outposts, a remote station near the Nebula Rift. We can investigate immediately." Commander Dane looked at the alien leaders. "If you are willing, allow us to demonstrate the device's capabilities in real time outside this hall. We will show you its reliability and versatility firsthand." After a tense moment, the Council's head nodded. "Proceed. We watch closely." Within seconds, the portal reopened, and the human team stepped through, vanishing from the summit as the audience watched the shimmering gateway close behind them. The demonstration had only just begun. The Galactic Summit's Grand Hall felt unusually tense in the aftermath of the humans' astonishing demonstration. The sudden disappearance of the human team through the portal to investigate the distant anomaly left many alien leaders with a lingering unease as the portal shimmered closed. The silence was broken by a ripple of murmurs, whispers spreading like wildfire through the assembly. Doubt began to seep into the minds of the most powerful beings, unsettling even those initially impressed by humanity's breakthrough. "This cannot be real," hissed Vorvax General Krath, his armored form pulsating with agitation. "Technology defies the very laws of physics we have upheld for millennia. It must be an illusion or a trap." Beside him, an elder Zentari counselor, her crystalline facets flickering nervously, nodded. "I agree. There are no records of such advancements in any historical archive." The human's sudden leap in understanding is ... suspicious. Others voiced similar concerns behind closed doors, fearing that this new technology could be a Trojan horse, hidden weapon that might tip the scales of galactic power forever. Meanwhile, Commander Alara Dane and her team were far from the summit, navigating the chaotic environment near the Nebula Rift. The anomaly they were investigating was real, and unstable energy surge threatening a vital human research outpost. Using their space-time technology, the team quickly stabilized the site, demonstrating once again the practical and life-saving applications of their device. They sent back live data and footage through the portal to the summit, proving the technology's authenticity and utility. Yet, back at the summit, not all were convinced. A secret meeting was called in the shadows of the summit's vast corridors. Several alien leaders gathered, their voices low but urgent. If humans can bend space-time, what stops them from manipulating reality itself? Whispered Myarkala, the ancient Solari seer. Her eyes glowed softly, filled with concern. Vorvax General Krath slammed a fist on the table. "Their technology threatens to destabilize centuries of galactic order. We cannot allow them to gain such power unchecked." A sleek, serpentine diplomat from the Zarkoth Dominion, whose expression was cold and calculating, proposed. "We must either control this technology or neutralize it. The risk of allowing humans to lead the galaxy is unacceptable." Others hesitated, wary of igniting open conflict with a species whose true potential remained uncertain. The last thing they wanted was a war sparked by fear and suspicion. Meanwhile, the human delegation remained unaware of the growing unrest. Their focus was on proving their good intentions and building trust. But they sensed the undercurrents of doubt. Back in the summit hall, the alien leaders returned to their seats, faces inscrutable but minds racing. The demonstration had shattered long-held beliefs, forcing them to reconsider humanity's place in the galaxy. Some, like Ambassador Zalara of the Zentari, advocated for cautious cooperation. The humans have shown remarkable progress and promise. We should seek to understand and learn from them, not alienate them. Others, however, remained vocal skeptics, warning of hidden dangers and unknown motives. In a bold move, Commander Dane requested a private audience with the summit's council head, venerable figure known simply as the Arbiter. She needed to address the growing doubts directly in the Arbiter's chambers. Surrounded by ancient relics and holographic star maps, Commander Dane spoke earnestly. "We did not come here to threaten or deceive. Our technology is the result of years of hard work, driven by necessity and hope. We want to be partners, not rivals." The Arbiter's many eyes regarded her thoughtfully. "Trust is not given lightly in this council. Your species has shown great promise, but also great risk. You must prove your commitment through transparency and cooperation." Commander Dane nodded, understanding the gravity of the task ahead. "We will do whatever it takes." As she left the chamber, she felt the weight of the galaxy's gaze upon her people. The future of humanity among the stars depended on more than technology, depended on trust, diplomacy, and the courage to face doubt head-on. The whispers of doubt would not fade quickly. But neither would humanity's determination to rise. The Galactic Summit was no stranger to grand demonstrations of power and technology. But none had prepared its leaders for what the humans proposed next. After the unsettling whispers of doubt, the humans had taken a bold step to silence skepticism once and for all. Commander Alara Dane stood at the center of the vast summit chamber, flanked by her team and the mysterious device that had already shaken the foundations of known science. The alien leaders, still wary but undeniably intrigued, gathered on their floating platforms, their many eyes fixed on the humans. "I understand your doubts." Commander Dane began, her voice calm but resolute. "You question the safety and reliability of our technology. We welcome your scrutiny and propose a challenge, a live public demonstration of our device's full capabilities." Murmurs of anticipation spread throughout the hall. This was unprecedented, a challenge issued to the entire council by a species once dismissed as insignificant. The Arbiter, the summit's neutral and revered leader, nodded solemnly. "Very well. The council will observe closely. Your demonstration must be flawless." The humans activated the device again, and the air shimmered with the familiar distortion of space-time. This time, however, what followed was beyond anything. The aliens had imagined. A swirling portal tore open mid-air, revealing the distant, swirling colors of the Endara Nebula over 20,000 light-years from the summit's location. Through the portal stepped a team of human explorers, their sleek suits equipped with sensors and tools. The aliens gasped as the humans began transmitting data back through the portal in real time. Atmospheric readings, mineral scans, and images of strange flora and fauna unknown to any catalog. But the demonstration wasn't just about exploration. Suddenly, the portal shimmered again, and a cargo vessel appeared, an unmanned freighter carrying vital supplies. It passed through the portal, instantly traversing the vast gulf of space to dock seamlessly at the summit station. The implications were staggering. A device so compact, yet so powerful, it could replace entire fleets of slower, resource-hungry ships. The council's most skeptical members leaned forward, their alien features betraying fascination despite themselves, to showcase the technology's potential beyond transportation. The humans then demonstrated quantum encryption, a communication method so secure that any interception attempt would be immediately detected. In a final, breathtaking display, the device projected a holographic star map displaying real-time traffic, trade routes, and energy flows across multiple galaxies, all linked through the human quantum web. This network, Commander Dane explained, connects millions of sensors, ships, and outposts. It operates without lag, providing instantaneous updates critical for navigation, defense, and commerce. The Zentari ambassador Zalara, who had advocated for cooperation earlier, nodded thoughtfully. Such a network could revolutionize interstellar trade and security. But not all were convinced. Vorvak's General Krath's armored bulk shifted with impatience. "Impressive as it is, how can we be sure this technology is safe? What safeguards are in place? Commander Dane met his gaze. Our technology includes multiple fail-safes and autonomous protocols designed to prevent misuse or accidental harm. We are willing to share full technical details under secure conditions. As the summit buzzed with renewed debate, a sudden alert interrupted the proceedings. The human's device detected an unexpected spike of energy emanating from a remote sector known for pirate activity without hesitation. The council agreed to let the humans respond immediately using their technology. This would be the ultimate test not just of their device's power, but of their commitment to galactic safety. Through the portal, the human response team deployed rapidly to the sector, neutralizing a pirate base using precise strikes and coordinated communications made possible by their device. They did so without collateral damage or excessive force, demonstrating control and responsibility. Back at the summit, live feeds displayed the operation's success. Cheers and applause echoed through the chamber, even from the most hard-headed skeptics. In the aftermath, the council convened for a special session. The mood had shifted palpably from suspicion to cautious respect. The arbiter addressed the assembly. The humans have passed the proving ground with distinction. Their technology and conduct merit further study and collaboration. Commander Dane stepped forward, voice steady but filled with resolve. We seek partnership, not dominance. Together, we can explore the stars and protect this galaxy from threats beyond any one species' capability. As the session ended, alien leaders exchanged glances, some hopeful, others still guarded. One thing was clear: humanity had arrived not just as a newcomer, but as a formidable force capable of reshaping the future of the galaxy. Outside, the stars shone brighter than ever. A new chapter had begun. The Galactic Summit had never before paused to listen as intently as it did when humanity shared its story. After proving their technology's power and reliability, the humans understood that winning trust required more than demonstrations. Required honesty, openness, and a glimpse into the spirit that fueled their rise. Commander Alara Dane stood before the assembled alien leaders once again. But this time, the atmosphere was quieter, expectant. The holographic projection in the center of the chamber shifted, showing a swirling blue and green orb, planet Earth. "This is our home," Dane began, voice steady yet filled with quiet pride. A small, fragile world orbiting a yellow star called Sol. For millions of years, life evolved here, amid oceans, mountains, and vast skies. The projection zoomed in, revealing bustling cities, vast wilderness, and humanity itself, species marked by diversity, resilience, and unyielding curiosity. Unlike many species in this summit, we did not begin with advanced technology or vast empires. Our history is one of survival against harsh odds, natural disasters, pandemics, and countless conflicts. Yet, through struggle, we learned cooperation and innovation. The alien leaders watched as images of human achievements flickered across the projection: early flight, space exploration, the first contact with other species, and the scientific breakthroughs that propelled humanity beyond its cradle. Necessity was our greatest teacher, Dane continued. Our planet's environment demanded adaptability. Our biology, though fragile, gave us creativity and drive. We combined these traits with relentless effort to overcome challenges. A Zentari elder's multifaceted eyes shimmered. Your species' rapid advancement is unlike any we have encountered. Tell us more about how you harnessed such progress. Smiled gently. Our greatest strength lies in our diversity and unity. We embraced collaboration across cultures and nations, pooling knowledge for the common good. This spirit enabled us to develop the technology you witnessed: the ability to manipulate space-time, not for conquest, but for connection. Behind her, the projection shifted to scenes of global cooperations, scientists sharing data across borders, engineers working together to build the first space-time device, and leaders committing to peace to focus on exploration. We have learned that knowledge must be shared and power tempered with responsibility. This is why we have come to the Galactic Summit, not to dominate, but to join, to learn, and to contribute. The hall remained silent for a moment. The weight of the human story settling over the alien leaders. Myr Kala, the ancient Solari seer, stepped forward, her multiple eyes reflecting the images. Your history speaks of resilience and hope. Such qualities are rare among emerging civilizations. It is clear why you have succeeded where others might falter. Vorvak's General Krath, still imposing, nodded slowly. It appears your species' strength is not just technological, but deeply rooted in character. This changes the nature of our assessment. Even the serpentine diplomat from the Zarkoth Dominion, known for cold calculation, showed a flicker of interest. Your willingness to share your history openly is unusual. It suggests a level of transparency that we find refreshing. Commander Dane bowed her head slightly. We believe that transparency builds trust. We have much to learn from you, as you from us. Together, we can face the mysteries and dangers of the universe. As the projection faded, the council's mood shifted palpably. The humans were no longer simply outsiders with startling technology. They were a species with a story, with heart, and with a vision for the future. Ambassador Zalara spoke softly but firmly. Perhaps it is time we reconsider the place of humanity in the galaxy. Not just as newcomers, but as potential partners in shaping the cosmos. The summit's leaders nodded in agreement, their doubts giving way to cautious optimism. The human story had touched something deep within the galactic conscience, reminder that progress was not measured by power alone, but by the spirit behind it. Outside the summit, stars twinkled with a quiet promise. Humanity's journey was just beginning. And the galaxy was watching with bated breath. Though the Galactic Summit was abuzz with newfound respect and cautious optimism for humanity. Not all factions welcomed the humans' arrival with open arms. Beneath the veneer of diplomacy, whispers of resistance were growing louder in darkened corners of the galaxy. Back in the shadowy recesses of the summit's lower levels, where the light of cooperation barely reached, a secret gathering convened. Representatives of ancient empires, powerful corporations, and mercenary guilds, siege fearing the disruption humanity's technology threatened to bring Vorvax. General Krath paced before a holographic table displaying the galaxy's trade routes and military outposts. Their wormhole technology fully adopted will render our fleets obsolete, our borders meaningless. Our dominance is at risk. A grizzled Zentari counselor, his crystal facets dulled with age and suspicion, added, "They have moved too fast, too boldly. Their openness is a facade hiding deeper ambitions." From the shadows slithered a representative of the Zarkoth Dominion, her serpentine eyes gleaming with calculated malice. Their technology will unravel the delicate balance of power. We cannot allow them to dictate the future. The group agreed on a plan to slow humanity's rise by sowing distrust and sabotaging their efforts from within the summit itself. Propaganda campaigns, covert attacks on human outposts, and manipulation of less informed alien factions were all set in motion. Meanwhile, the humans, unaware of the brewing storm, continued their efforts to integrate with galactic society. Commander Elara Dane was summoned for a closed-door meeting with the Arbiter. His ancient eyes showed concern. "There are factions resistant to change," the Arbiter said quietly. "They fear what humanity represents. You must be vigilant." Dane nodded, understanding the weight of the warning. "We will prepare, but we will not respond with aggression. Our strength is in cooperation and transparency." Back on Earth, news of the summit's developments reached the broader human population. The world watched as their representatives faced opposition not just from aliens, but from the shadows lurking within the galactic community. Meanwhile, Mysterious incidents began to plague human outposts, data breaches, sabotage of vital equipment, and even unexplained disappearances. At first, these were dismissed as isolated events, but the pattern soon became undeniable. Dr. Yalan Ricks, leading the human scientific team, studied the sabotage attempts. Someone is trying to undermine us, to cripple our network. This is more than mere opposition. It is war by other means. The humans ramped up security protocols and enhanced their quantum encryption. But the invisible enemy remained elusive. At the summit, a clandestine meeting was uncovered by Centauri intelligentsia, gathering of resistance leaders, plotting a strike against the human delegation's flagship. Commander Dane received the intelligence briefing. Her expression hardened. This confirms our fears. We face an enemy not of open battle, but of shadows and lies. She gathered her team. We must expose their plans and protect our allies. The future of interspecies cooperation depends on it. With careful diplomacy and strategic use of their technology, the humans began to counter the sabotage, sharing evidence with the Council and rallying allies among more progressive species. The summit hall saw renewed debate as some factions began to question the motives of the resistance. Could fear and greed threaten the galaxy's future as much as any external enemy? Yet, in the dark spaces beyond the summit, the resistance grew bolder. Their efforts to fracture alliances and foment chaos intensified, threatening to ignite a conflict that could engulf the entire cluster. For humanity, the path forward was clear but perilous. They would fight not with weapons alone, but with truth, unity, and an unshakable belief that cooperation was the key to survival. The shadows of resistance loomed large, but the light of a new era refused to be extinguished. The shadows of resistance stretched long across the galactic summit, but they could not smother the growing light of cooperation. With every covert attack and whisper of sabotage, humanity and its allies responded not with vengeance, but with determination to unite the fractured galaxy. Commander Ilara Dane stood once again before the Council, her expression resolute. "We face threats, both visible and hidden," she said. But division only strengthens those who seek chaos. Together, we must forge an alliance based on trust and shared goals." The room buzzed with tension. Many species were still wary, but the mounting evidence of sabotage had stirred sympathy for humanity. Ambassador Zalara of the Centauri rose, her crystalline voice calm and steady. "The galaxy stands at a crossroads. We can either succumb to fear and isolation, or embrace unity and strength. I propose a formal alliance, one that includes humans and all willing species." A murmur of agreement spread. The Arbiter, with his centuries of wisdom, nodded slowly. "An alliance will send a clear message to those who seek to divide us. It is a step toward peace and mutual protection. But forging such an alliance required more than words. It demanded trust, transparency, and shared responsibility. The humans opened their technology and knowledge to the Council, inviting joint research and cooperative security measures. The Alliance, named the Galactic Concord, was formed, an unprecedented coalition dedicated to exploration, defense, and the peaceful exchange of knowledge. The human space-time device became a central tool in the Concord's operations, enabling instantaneous communication and rapid response across star systems. The technology was adapted and improved with input from other species, symbolizing the collective spirit of the new alliance. Yet, even as the Concord celebrated its founding, the resistance did not retreat. Instead, it fractured into smaller, more dangerous factions: pirates, smugglers, and rogue warlords united by greed and fear. Commander Dane led a task force dedicated to countering these threats, utilizing the Concord's advanced network. The task force deployed swiftly to hotspots, dismantling pirate bases and intercepting illegal arms shipments. One mission took them to the shadowed asteroid fields near the Alaris Belt, where a notorious pirate lord had been amassing weapons. Using the space-time device, the task force cut off escape routes, coordinated precision strikes, and captured the warlord alive. The victory boosted morale across the Concord. Species once skeptical now saw humanity not as a threat, but as a vital partner in galactic stability. At the summit, discussions shifted from suspicion to collaboration. Joint scientific ventures flourished, cultural exchanges began, and trade. Routes reopened under the Concord's protection. Yet Commander Dane knew the work was far from over. The galaxy was vast, and unknown dangers lurked beyond even their combined reach. In a quiet moment aboard the human flagship, Dane reviewed reports from the outer sectors. Strange energy readings and unexplained phenomena suggested that the galaxy's mysteries were far from solved. Her second-in-command, Lieutenant Cale Maureen, approached. "Commander, the Alliance is growing stronger. But intelligence indicates that some resistance cells may be seeking new allies entities beyond known space." Dane's gaze hardened. "Then, we must be ready. Our technology and unity give us strength, but vigilance and adaptability will be our greatest weapons." The alliance was no longer just a political agreement. It was a symbol of hope and resilience in a galaxy teetering between chaos and order. As stars shimmered outside the flagship's windows, Dane felt the weight of responsibility, but also the promise of a future built together. The human journey, once fragile and uncertain, now stood at the heart of a cosmic alliance, proof that even in the vastness of space, unity could triumph over division. The Galactic Concord had endured its first trials, from the brink of suspicion and sabotage to a unified front against chaos. The Alliance now stood as a beacon of hope across countless star systems. Yet, as Commander Alara Dane looked out over the shimmering expanse of stars from the flagship's command deck, she knew the true test of this new era was only beginning. The galaxy was vast and filled with mysteries that even their combined knowledge could not fully grasp. But now, the Concorde was ready to face those challenges dashed together in the summit's grand chamber. Representatives from dozens of species gathered to celebrate the first anniversary of the Concorde's founding. The atmosphere was electric, filled with cautious optimism and a shared determination to build a peaceful future. Ambassador Zalara of the Zentari spoke first. Her crystalline voice resonated through the hall. "We have witnessed what unity can achieve. From the brink of conflict, we have forged a path toward cooperation, exploration, and mutual respect." Warvax General Krath, once a vocal skeptic, stood beside her. "Our combined strength and knowledge have already prevented countless disasters. The human technology was the spark, but it is our shared resolve that will keep this light burning." Commander Dane stepped forward, the weight of leadership balanced by the hope she carried for her species and all others. "This alliance is more than politics or power. It is a promise. A promise that no matter our differences, we will face the future as one." She paused, then added, "The challenges ahead will not be easy. Unknown phenomena, new threats, and the vast unknown await. But united, there is no force that can stand against us." The assembly erupted in applause, the sound echoing across the chamber and beyond. For the first time in millennia, the galaxy's great civilizations stood together not as rivals, but as partners. Following the ceremony, a new mission was unveiled. A joint expedition to explore the mysterious energy readings detected near the outer rim, signals that had puzzled scientists and sparked curiosity across the Concorde. The expedition would be the largest ever undertaken, combining the best minds and technologies from every member species. Humanity's space-time device would serve as the expedition's core, enabling instant communication and rapid travel across vast distances. As the fleet prepared to launch, Commander Dane addressed her team privately. We carry the hopes of countless worlds. Our journey is not just to explore new frontiers, but to prove that cooperation and trust can overcome fear and division. Her second-in-command, Lieutenant Kale Maureen, smiled. We've come a long way from Earth's struggles. Now we're part of something greater. Days later, as the fleet slipped through a freshly stabilized wormhole, the stars ahead shimmered with possibility. The darkness of space was no longer a barrier, but an invitation, a canvas for a shared future. Back on Earth, citizens watched the fleet's departure with pride and hope. What had begun as a fragile dream had blossomed into a cosmic alliance, a testament to humanity's spirit and the galaxy's capacity for unity. The resistance had been pushed back, fractured by the very unity it sought to destroy. Yet, vigilance remained. The Concorde's leaders understood that peace was not a destination but a continuous journey. In quiet moments, Commander Dane reflected on how far humanity had come from a single planet, struggling to survive to a central force in a galaxy-wide alliance. The future was unwritten, vast as the stars themselves. But with every alliance forged, every technology shared, and every act of trust, the dawn of a new era grew brighter. The galaxy, once divided and wary, faced the horizon together, united by hope, strengthened by diversity, and guided by the courage to explore beyond the known. And so, as the fleet ventured into the unknown, humanity's place among the stars was secure not by force, but by the bonds they had forged and the promise they upheld. The dawn of a new era had truly begun.